as we are recording today, we are in the midst of a blackout on social media. It was launched by Jamila Thomas, Senior Director of Marketing at Atlantic Records. She and her partner in the initiative, Brianna Agyemang, they made sort of a call to action asking people who work in music, entertainment, and show business to pause on Tuesday, launching a hashtag, the show must be paused, because the show can't just go on as our people are being hunted and killed. It was basically supposed to be, don't be on Zoom calls talking about Black artists, and roll out plans and don't be selling your music, don't be promoting it, etc. I guess it was supposed to be for non-Black people to be quiet and amplify Black voices today, right? But in the late hours of Monday night, all I saw was everybody's Instagram going to Black and writing hashtag Black Lives Matter, which then clogged the Black Lives Matter hashtag on Instagram. And so many other people were just putting up their Black screen and then being like, I'm taking a break from social media. I'm like, this is the last thing you should be doing today.
There was nothing more frustrating to me than seeing someone like Travis Scott, who has not spoken on this in any way, just post a black square with no caption and probably go to bed happy that night. It is the most, and it hurts at a sharper angle too, because George Floyd was a musician. He really was a musician who worked with DJ Screw. He was a very, very notable hip hop person in the Houston hip hop sphere, not even underground. He was very revered and loved. Big Floyd. It just feels like the music industry of all people are failing him. P. Diddy, Killer Mike, all of these people who should be speaking out, but are speaking up and saying the wrong things.
I understand the need for unification and wanting solidarity on social media, but at the same time, I personally feel like Instagram is a not optimal place for it, but a good place to spread actual information. I've seen lots of helpful links of I think I first saw a link about donating to the NAACP legal fund on Instagram or whatever, and that's just the kind of thing we're in this critical window where I think that space is better designated for that kind of stuff right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Particularly our Instagram stories, right? And you can share things very quickly, and Instagram stories are less clogged than a Twitter feed, where you may follow so many more people than you do on Instagram. And if you follow the right people on Instagram, you're finding places to go. But yeah, there's a lot of people who flock to Instagram for, unfortunately, performative moments that feel like solidarity but aren't really solidarity. I mean, the Blackout Tuesday reminds me of so many other things that happen when something like this rolls around, I mean, it was funny seeing the blackouts happen literally hours after every white person was posting the rainbow flag with a black fist in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was like, go ahead, girl, give us nothing. Just some photos.
Right.
Get your photo up like Trump walking to a church and holding a Bible.
Yeah. And also I would hope that during this time, while we're trying to change the way it is for Black people in America, that we also change celebrity culture and we dismantle celebrity culture. only in the ways that there are some people we've started to revere some of these celebrities as our gods, and then they start to speak and it's like, oh bitch, you don't know shit. You don't know anything about anything. And I hope that if they can't say the right things, that they're at least showing up with their pockets, because that's the only way they're useful right now.
Mm-hmm.
What are you trying to say about Madonna? That she somehow didn't nail it with her weird post of her son dancing and then hashtagging Michael Jackson? What are you saying?
Hey, you, open your purse. That's basically what everybody has been tweeting to every celebrity all fucking week. And I've been surprised, actually, by the celebs. They're usually minor ones, not the mega ones who you don't really expect anything from, right? I'm like, you just donate some money. You know, like when Aubrey sent out some money.
Don't
like
talk,
Drake,
Aubrey.
I'm like, okay, you know what? That's great. He didn't talk. He donated some money, and that's what we need to amplify other voices and to help people who need money right now. I've been surprised by some of the other like smaller celebs on Twitter who actually are just retweeting things, are liking things, and seem to be like taking in the content daily and behaving just sort of like the rest of us. I really love Kalani. She was one of the first people
girl.
who was like, what is this blackout, y'all? And mentioning the fact that a blackout day isn't going to really do anything when the music industry does not respect Black voices in general and doesn't treat them with the respect that it treats white voices and doesn't pay artists what they should be paying them. And there was the thing that she did point out, and also our friend Raysani pointed it out too. You know, a lot of people are tweeting at any celebrity, open your purse, open your purse. I think it's a big estimation about what people's finances are.
Yeah.
Totally. By the way, the internet is the worst resource for how much a celebrity is worth too, which people consistently believe in.
Don't
Yes.
look up a net worth. They're always wrong. They're always wrong.
Right. And Kalani pointing out that the money that you think artists have, it is the record labels that have them, and the people who make these albums, they're the ones with the money. They're the ones that own the masters. They're the ones that get residuals. You know, the artists make money off of touring and merch and shit, and they're not making a lot of money off touring now. I mean, why do you think Gaga is dropping a jock strap every other week? That's how she's getting her money. You got to get these gays to buy the merch. And not just celebrities, you know, it extends to other people, even like us, right? Because we're talking about money that we want to donate, and obviously you want to be held accountable and show a receipt. But after a while, I like showed a few receipts, and then I was like, let me cut off half of it, like, because one, I just feel it feels weird to just say how much you're donating each time, to be honest.
Yeah.
And you don't want other people to feel uncomfortable, like they have to match it as well, especially if they can't.
I agree with you. That's a difficult thing for me to even figure out. But also, I'm trying to remind myself that there is an importance in transparency right now, which I know you've done because you've posted it all in the first place. But every time I'm like, should I do it? Should I do it? I think about maybe that could light the fire under someone else's ass to take the only important black square out of their pocket, which is the wallet, and to donate. So
on that same token, like, when I donate, like, I personally like haven't just posted the receipt, and I feel like the reason for that is it's more a fear of being called a virtue signaler or something. You know, it's like it's like get like in a way, like, I think now is an okay time to just get over like the egotistical part of this. Just
over it. Yeah.
just post it, you know?
Yeah. And in my case, I know that you guys have probably seen that I've been trying to raise money for David McAtee, who passed in Louisville, Kentucky. And every time I want to post that we've reached a new goal, or that we've gotten access to this certain celebrity, whatever, to raise awareness, I get worried that people are going to think that I'm doing this for a vanity project or for something like that, and that you're worried that people will think you're making this about you. But you also have to move past that and maybe even allow them to think that, so that you can help these funds get raised, or you can help awareness be raised. This is a very transformative time for all of us. I mean, I'm becoming more radicalized during this time, more involved with community organizing, something that I wasn't as much concerned with prior to this.
At the end of the day, social media is nothing but virtue signaling.
Yeah.
I mean, whether you're virtue signaling that you are doing something good, the very nature of posting a photo of you somewhere or tweeting that you're doing something is signaling to other people that you're doing something, you know? And if I can be performative about marathoning normal people all week and watching these Caucasian people have sex very well, Paul Mescal is a god. you can also post that you're donating this money. And honestly, the people who will sit at home and wonder if you're raising money for the right reasons, I mean, honestly, who gives a fuck about them, because you're raising the money.
Truly. Additionally, like, if I see that one of my good friends has posted for a cause, like, I already feel bonded to that person anyway. So, like, I don't know. Like, to me, I naturally feel like, oh, I should go and join them. You know what I mean? Like, there's just something social about that.
Definitely. And especially thinking about the fact now that I didn't realize how large our platforms had gotten, because as much as this is a job and this is something that we do for people's entertainment, I had normalized it. I had normalized, like, these are my friends. We just talk shit on a podcast. But no, we have a opportunity and I think a duty to share this information and to be vigilant right now.
People are listening, and you should be speaking on any platform you have. And I think that was the nature of the Blackout Tuesday too, right? You are amplifying other voices, and I just hope that people are looking for things to do. We talked about not texting your Black friends, asking what to do. Look for resources. Look for resources yourself, and they're there.
And again, I'm gonna say, I feel like social media this weekend has been particularly rad in the universe of how you can sort of. I don't want to say arm yourself. Sorry, but have at your disposal real tools. Like, there are people who've written about this for years. Something that drives me crazy about this particular moment, and something that's extra vexing, is by this point we have had so many extremely popular entertainments about this subject. You know what I mean? Like, we have, like, not just Get Out, not just Black Klansman. There have been tons of books, tons of movies, and I feel like in a way POC feel so much like they're reiterating the same things that have been reiterated at like hyper pitch for the past 5 years. So I feel like the tools are there, for white people specifically, to do this work on their own.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the absolute last time any white person is allowed to be like, I felt very embarrassed for not speaking up before, but now I'm using my voice. I'm like,
yes,
bitch, if you're saying that like in 2022, when we're going through some shit like this again, I'm pulling up to the house.
But by the way,
drop the Addy. I'm pulling up.
I'm posting. I'm taking the phone. I'm saying something for you. This is embarrassing.